everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Adapt Crypto. I am Marsh McDan, and this is going to be my first video for the channel where I look at the gems that the team has found to be extremely exciting and possibly very profitable in the future. Obviously not financial advice, but we have done our research and we are very excited about this coin and other coins that we have been researching for some time. So if you want to get a jump on all of this info, I encourage you to click those links in the description and check out our Telegram, our Discord, because crypto moves at the speed of light and you definitely want to get in on this info as soon as you possibly can. So without further delay, let's take a look at Ramp DeFi. The basic concept is that Ramp is going to let you continue to use the capital that you have staked in other sort of staking protocols, especially coins that are not on the Ethereum blockchain. And that is honestly very exciting because, well, when you got your coins locked up in some other protocol that isn't on the Ethereum blockchain, then you aren't able to continue to invest that and make those sick degen plays, or maybe invested in some proper other ERC20 tokens. But it is pretty complicated what Ramp is attempting here, so I want to try and break it down so it's as simple as possible. Let's just look at the chart real quick. Ramp hasn't been on the market for too long, and this may just be under the radar for a lot of people because it did just sort of range in this area for quite some time. But we see now, just about a week ago, November 21st or so, it really started to pop up, and this gain to the peak is almost, what are they saying here, about a 300%. And I do want to point out that over here in our awesome Discord on the Certified Gems channel that Laura posted about Ramp here on the 23rd. And if we go over to the chart and check that out, right, 23rd of November, it was just starting to pop up here a little bit. And if we measure from right there on the 23rd, beginning of the 23rd, to the wick, that would have got you 135%. And even if you were still holding on that call, you'd be up about 85%. So I'd say not so bad. Under 6 million market cap, it definitely is still a pretty small coin, and we see the rank here at 521. So what may be affecting the pump a little bit here is their recent announcement. This just came through that they will be indeed having an integration with Tezos, which is very exciting because Tezos is a pretty large protocol. Let's just read this real quick. Ramp DeFi proposes that the staked capital on non-ERC20 staking blockchains be collateralized into a stablecoin they're calling RUSD, which is issued on the Ethereum blockchain. Similarly, users on the Ethereum blockchain can mint EUSD by depositing their ERC20 stablecoins into Ramp's EUSD liquidity pool. Right, so if we scroll down, they have this sort of whole roadmap, and this, as the first time I looked at it, seemed pretty confusing. They haven't released a lot of this functionality yet, so we expect as soon as this all sort of gets cooking and people are actually using the protocol, that the price will definitely explode a little bit because people will start to invest and take advantage of this unique system that they have here. And they also have a pretty powerful team of advisors here, right? JP Morgan, Binance, BlackRock, Microsoft, right? These are huge companies. So just looking at the white paper here, because I think that chart is a little confusing, just to hit home this basic concept, right? That what you can do with Ramp is that you can leave that Tezos or that IOST or whatever other protocol that they have adoption for, anything that isn't on the Ethereum blockchain, and you can convert that into RUSD while still keeping those staking gains, basically, right? You're giving Ramp the tokens, but Ramp is going to let you continue to earn those staking rewards on the tokens. And meanwhile, you will have this RUSD, which you can then convert into a more popular stablecoin like Tether or DAI or any other of the standard popular stablecoins, right? And then you have this capital again. You have the money that was locked up in that other protocol. You have it now ready to send to Uniswap and basically purchase more risky or less risky plays then, and continue to sort of stack these yields. And that's the thing that I think is pretty exciting about Ramp. And is that there are some other tokens that have done something similar already, but that Ramp does set themselves apart. And that really is just sort of the beginning after you've been able to take this RUSD and invest it in something else. As soon as they get these other protocols going, right, you'll be able to lend even more RUSD based on that collateral that you have. And you'll also be able to farm the Ramp token as well and earn more Ramp as you're doing all of this, right? So it's not just your standard put that money in coin X or get a liquidity pool and then you get those staking rewards or those farming rewards. They're sort of 3D-ifying this whole thing, so you can actually continue to invest even the money that you already have staked, continue to earn more Ramp tokens. It would just be very exciting for the space to see a little more capital flow going on, because there definitely is a lot of capital locked up in these staking protocols. The E-Mint is right, so all of these are sort of duplicated. That confused me a little bit at first, that the R things are for the non-ERC non-Ethereum tokens, and they have a parallel function for everything on the ERC blockchain. So, right, this really is sort of a cross-chain system that they've developed. And then also our finance will let you borrow and lend money, which is obviously the big game here in DeFi, being able to borrow and lend money and earn more tokens or more liquidity through that borrowing and lending. Our pool, I think, is really interesting. Our pool is a universal liquidity pool that powers value accretion, value distribution, collateralization, liquidation, execution, and cross-chain swaps for the Ramp ecosystem, right? So they have this sort of giant pool of all sorts of different tokens, and not just on the Ethereum blockchain, but on the other blockchains as well. And they obviously have all the other sort of standard things now for DeFi, community governance. The holding the Ramp token will let you vote on different things and how the future of Ramp is going. They do go into a lot more detail in the white paper. Obviously, I encourage you to do your own research and understand exactly how this all works, because it is very fascinating. So a lot of their more complex products are still in development. You can stake your liquidity pool or directly just stake your Ramp, and those are pretty decent returns, right? 258% for the liquidity pool and a 22% for just the Ramp. Over 2 million is already staked in this asset. That is definitely a good sign, I would say, right? But this really is just the beginning. So I think all of this is very bullish for Ramp, right? If we just click on over to Twitter, there really is a sort of an uptick in tweets and memes about what's going on with Ramp. And that's sort of, it's a decent point here, right? You don't necessarily need to understand how Ramp works to profit off the coin itself, because it definitely will be... I don't want to say definitely, right? But all signs point to this coin increasing in value, because people are getting very excited about it, and just having sort of that recent 200% pump is getting it back on everybody's radar. But we really don't think that's the end of the growth here in Ramp, just because of everything that they have planned and everything that seems to be going on behind the scenes. Like the meme says, you don't necessarily need to understand how this whole thing works, although I hope you do understand it a little bit better now that we've gone through some of these details. Just very bullish on Ramp. I think this guy has the right idea, just personally. So that's just gonna about do it for this video on Ramp DeFi. If you liked what was happening in this video, definitely give us a comment. Hit that like, possibly the subscribe button, and head on over to the Telegram and the Discord, because, well, we've been talking about Ramp for some time over there, and if you want to get in right on the ground floor, you're definitely gonna need to get in those groups and just interact with us there, because that's just the ground floor. That's where everything's really happening. If you spent any time in the crypto space, you know it just moves crazy fast. So we'd love to have you just join us. I'm Marsh McDan. This is Adapt Crypto, and we'll see you on the next one.